one gift that God has given me, the love of books, the golden key that opens an enchanting door to worlds I never knew before, a world of imagination that carried me from pole to pole within a twinkling eye and back again. As a boy, I traveled to places impossible for me to see, and yet my bookshelf made them real to me. The world of my bookshelf, I'll remember it always.
This is The Bookshelf. Adaptations of favorite Christian children's literature. Stories brought to life by The Bookshelf.
The Department of Broadcasting of the Moody Bible Institute brings you the fifth in a 15-chapter series of The Prairie Princess, created by Margret and freely adapted for radio by Phyllis Fox. The Prairie Princess is the story of the intense joys, disappointments, and personal spiritual growth of the lives of the Scott family, as told by the youngest girl, Sarah Naomi Scott, the Prairie Princess.
Oh no, Hyacinth, please, I can't. Hold on. Please, stop it. I'm going to fall off, Hyacinth.
Steady there, fellow. Hold on. Now stop it. Behave yourself.
Oh, Herbie.
Steady there, fella. Steady. Okay, get down, Sarah. I'm holding him.
Oh, Herbie, thanks a lot. I was so scared.
You had every right to be. Let's tie these horses up and rest a bit. Come on, Lucian. Right next to Hyacinth. Although she certainly doesn't deserve any company. Whew. Well, you look pretty shaken, Sarah. Let's sit down over there. Are you hurt?
I don't think so.
What are you doing riding Hyacinth anyway?
Visiting Aunt Jane and her niece.
Oh, your special friend.
She's not my special friend.
You mean the magic 25th wasn't so magical?
How did you know about the 25th?
I was with Kathy when she picked out the material for that pretty dress you're wearing.
Oh.
What happened, Sarah?
Just everything, Herbie. Just everything.
You want to talk about it?
I just can't. Oh, Herbie. You wait so long for things, and then when they come, they never turn out the way you thought they would.
Yeah, that does happen.
Mom and Dad had to go into town all of a sudden, so I had extra chores to do, and I was 3 hours late for the lunch. And I rode Hyacinth, and she acted up, and I was all mussed up, and I said the wrong things and held the wrong spoon and didn't know what 2 lumps were, and she called me Herbie.
Yeah?
What does crude mean?
Did she use that word?
Yeah, she said I was crude, and then I smelled horsey and...
Crude, you? Well, I'd like to march right up to that young Miss High and Mighty and tell her who was crude. For 2 cents, I'd do it this minute.
I'm sure she didn't mean it. She's crippled, you know.
No, I didn't know that.
I guess it makes her sad a lot of times, and then she takes it out on people.
Well, Sarah, you're a pretty big person to realize things go deep in people. But you're not crude. You're a princess.
Oh, stop it.
We better get you on home.
Yeah. Herbie?
Yes?
You can marry Kathleen.
What did you say?
I mean, just what I said. I think you ought to.
You do you?
Yeah, I do.
Well, so you're back, and all in one piece. Where's Hyacinth?
In the pasture.
And what have you to say for yourself?
About Hyacinth?
About your taking her without permission.
I rode her at home sometimes, and you saw me, and you didn't ever tell me that I wasn't ever to, and...
Well, listen carefully now, because I'm telling you.
Sarah, come here. What happened? Something's happened.
Nothing's happened.
You went to see Linda, didn't you?
Yes.
What's she like?
She has blonde hair and blue eyes, just like in a storybook. And? I'm tired. Mayn't I go to bed?
Don't you want to eat?
I'm not really hungry. I mean, we ate kind of late. I was late.
Oh.
May I be excused?
Yes. Take a good wash, and don't forget to say your prayers.
Daddy,
Yes, Princess.
I promise not to ride Hyacinth ever again.
Thank you, Princess.
Not asleep yet?
No.
Sarah, what happened over at Miss Bolton's? Can't you tell me? Should I call Mother? You ought to speak to someone.
I did.
Who?
Herbie. He brought me home. He put Hyacinth out to pasture. He would have come in, but it was late. Hyacinth was bad, Kathy. I couldn't handle her, and Herbie was out riding. He saved my life. He's nice, Kathleen.
Well, and well. So you like him now?
And I told him he could marry you if he wanted to.
You didn't? Oh, Sarah, how could you?
Easy, I just did.
Tucked in, Princess?
Yes, she is.
I brought you some warm milk. I left yours on the kitchen table, Kathy.
Thanks, Mom. Good night, Sarah. Get some sleep.
Thanks for the milk.
You're welcome. Feeling a little better?
I guess so.
I thought if you'd like, tomorrow after school, you and I could bring a cake over to Linda. Then I could meet her, too.
No, thank you.
Why not? Sarah, I asked you a question.
I hate Linda Bolton.
Oh, darling. Oh, poor lamb.
Linda, she's not poor. You should seen her. Books and the dolls, spiffy as anything, and silks and feathers and laces.
Oh, I wasn't thinking about Linda. I do feel sorry for her, and so should you. In your heart, I'm sure you do feel sorry. Try to imagine what it's like not to be able to run or climb trees or ride.
I understand all that.
But what you don't understand is that harboring hatred is a sad and useless and harmful thing. And it's the one who does the hating who's harmed.
I didn't mean that I hated her.
Well, what did you mean?
I don't know.
Have you prayed?
Yes.
Did you pray for Linda?
Yes, I'm tired, Mom. I want to get to sleep.
All right, dear. Get some rest. Next week you'll be up in the evenings.
Why?
Brother Murchison will be coming to speak to us at church.
Oh, he's the guy from Scotland.
That's right. He'll be here all next week.
I have to go every night?
We were hoping you'd want to go.
I guess I do.
You better get some sleep. Good night, Princess.
Good night, Mom. The picture I painted was a lie. I hadn't prayed. Praying seemed useless, and I really didn't like Linda. Maybe hate was a little strong, but what I was feeling was sure strong. It had nothing to do with liking. And now to add all that, I was going to have to go to a bunch of meetings that I really hated. Lately, I was beginning to hate everything about going to church. I hated memorizing verses and devotions, and now all those meetings. It seemed the 25th certainly was a big M day, but it wasn't magic. It was miserable, and it got worse. One day, Kathy and I were washing clothes.
I met Linda Bolton yesterday.
That's nice.
She asked for you.
That's a laugh.
Really, Sarah? Maybe you should call on her again.
When lilacs grow on apple trees.
Sarah, you can't go on carrying a grudge like that.
Just watch me. You want me to start folding the other clothes?
That's fine. Sarah, have you prayed about this?
Sure I have.
Don't be so flippant.
Kathy, I don't want to visit Linda now or ever. You weren't there. You wouldn't understand. She doesn't want me or anybody.
Sarah, it's hard for me to believe you've been praying about this and feeling the way you do.
You can believe what you want, but I'm not going to visit her, and that's that.
Sarah, come and help me hang the wall.
I'm tired of being everybody's slave around here.
Sarah!
And you shut up.
You want to sit together in the meeting tonight?
Mom won't let us do that.
Yeah, I know. Boy, I wish there was some way to get out of it.
Well, there isn't. We'll just have to do the best we can.
I don't know why Mom and Dad want us to be saved anyway.
'Cause it's important. But I'm not going to do it yet. Kathy didn't till she was 14.
Really?
Yeah, so we have plenty of time.
We better get inside.
I forgot my Bible in the carriage. Be right in.
Okay.
Well, young lady, are you coming to the meeting?
Oh, yes, sir.
Well, I'm Brother Murchison.
Oh, you're the one preaching? How come you're not inside?
Well, I like to talk with the Lord before I go into church to tell his truths.
Oh.
Well, Lussie, have you given your heart to the Lord Jesus yet?
Yes, sir.
God bless you. Of such is the kingdom of heaven. Why don't we walk into God's house together?
Yes, sir. I had lied again, but I figured nobody was listening, so nobody would know. But I was dead wrong. Next thing I knew, Brother Murchison had been invited to our house for dinner, and while we were eating, Brother Murchison told everyone how happy he was to hear I was a child of God. Robbie spilled his milk, Mom looked at Dad. Dad offered Brother Murchison more potatoes, and I sat looking as angelic as possible. That evening, Mom came to my room.
What are you doing?
Making a cat's cradle.
Dad wanted me to talk with you. He'd be here, but he had to drive Brother Murchison home. Sarah, when did you give your heart to Jesus? Sarah?
Mom, I'm having trouble with this cradle. Can you help me?
Put it down. I said put it down. Now, Sarah, listen to me carefully. Lying to God is a very dangerous thing.
I wasn't lying to God.
I'm not going to argue with you, Sarah. I just want you to listen. Now, you can't fool God, Sarah. Telling Brother Murchison that you were a child of God was a lie. Now, you know that. And you also know there's nothing that would make your father and me happier than to see you accept Jesus as your Savior. But, child, it's a serious decision, not to be taken lightly. Now, you told Brother Murchison that you belong to Jesus. Do you, Sarah? Do you?
No.
Do you want to?
I don't know. Kathy didn't do it until she was 14. I got plenty of time.
Age has nothing to do with it. You're of age when you understand what giving your life to Jesus means. You're of age when you know when you do right and when you do wrong. Sarah, you're of age right now to make your decision about what you think of Jesus and if you want him to guide your life. But it's a decision you must make yourself. As much as your dad and I might want to make it for you, we can't.
Please, Mom, leave me alone. I don't want to talk about it right now. I just don't want to.
This has been the fifth in a 15-chapter series of The Prairie Princess, created by Margret Epp and freely adapted for radio by Phyllis Fox. Join us next time as we bring you the 6th chapter of The Prairie Princess.
You've been listening to another dramatic adaptation of Christian children's literature, brought to life by the Bookshelf. This has been a radio presentation produced by the Broadcasting Department of the Moody Bible Institute.